Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Game 4 here, coming at you with Mole Trap of... Wait, no. Mole Trap coming at you with Game 4 of oGsTOP versus oGsMC. And, wow, I mean, are we seeing the same player? Is this really MC, or is this someone else sitting here? The replays were labeled MC. This appears to be US server, very slow force field. TT, interesting. That's true. Okay, that is one thing I found, is they are playing on the US server, so it's going to be a little bit laggy for the Koreans, and it's kind of strange actually that these two Koreans sitting probably yards away from each other in the same house are playing on the United States server, so that's a little bit strange. Anyway, apparently they're not enabling MC to micro quite as well. Losing 3 games though. I don't know if the slower force fields can be accounted for losing 3-0 at this point. That's interesting. He's hotkeyed his pylon to 2 and 3. That's a little bit strange. And hotkeying his nexus to 9 and 0. Very interesting there. Might be a holdover from StarCraft 1. You'd often hotkey your nexuses to 0 and 9, so you could hit 0p, 9p, and build probes as part of your macroing when you were controlling your armies and such. Let's check out TOP's hotkeys. Command center on 3, barracks on 4. Not too shabby. Anyway, so it looks like we're going to see pretty much the same opening as all the other games, is what it's looking like. Well, I mean, the other games were, you know, you got your gateway. Probably going to see MC get out a Zealot after he's got his core down. And he's going to get out a Zealot next, chase the SCV around, kill it off, and then decide what to do next. Same thing, Top going to get a couple Marines out and then decide what to do next as well. And he's got a Marine running over here. Maybe he thought the probe was still hidden there. Worried about that a little bit. Makes sense to check. Just want to double check just in case they're trying to put a pylon back here or something tricksy. Anyway, instead he's run the probe out. He's just going to get the Naga Watchtower with it. I think that's a pretty good thing to do. Make sure you can see when they're coming out. And let's see, we're going to see chrono boosting. Chrono boosting. Chrono boosting. There we go. Double chrono boost right at 50 with the actually this time with a sentry first. Wow, he actually in all the previous games he's gotten that stalker out and then transitioned over and gotten the warp gates as well, but this time getting the sentry first, a second sentry as well. So we're finally going to see MC do something similar to what he was doing when he was owning in the GSL-3. Well, actually that void ray was pretty good, although he was a little bit wasteful with those void rays. Worked out okay in the end. But anyway, this SCV is just running laps around the sentry. Zealot's gonna put a little pressure on. Boom! Picks it off finally. Oh, and 2 more gateways going down. Did he see those gateways? No, he did not. He did not see those gateways. So he's still a little bit in the dark as to what's going on. It looks like we're gonna see 3 gate expand, basically, is what I'm expecting. What's he doing over here? I'm not sure why he's running his units all the way. Okay, checking for proxies, I guess. Or for SCVs that might come in, sneak in and scout. But anyway, he's got a couple sentries and a Zealot, and that's a little bit strange for him to be moving out with just those units. And what is he doing? What is going on? I'm not sure what MC is up to. He must have these guys grouped, and one was on the side, and so yeah, now they're gonna meet up finally. Anyway, getting out more sentries. Lots of sentries coming out here. Warp gates have finished, so he's going to start producing out of those 3 warp gates. And there's the expansion right there. So, yeah, he's going to gather up a lot of sentries. Wow, look at this. 1, 2, 6 sentries. And 1 Zealot, just for kicks. Just so that his army can do some damage. This Zealot does like as much damage as the other sentries. Whoa, 8 damage. 2 attacks, though. 16. Anyway... yeah, so he's gonna do this really safe expand, and this is what he did to pick apart Jinro. Basically, was he did this really safe expand, and actually once or twice he just went out there and just killed him with sentries and stalkers and micro. But he's able to expand pretty safely and then tech up at that point. Only the 6 sentries, and then he's going to go for probably going to start warping in mostly stalkers at this point. Getting a robo as well, just in case. Anyway, so I really like this. I like the fact that he's doing this safe expansion, getting his econ up. They've both got pretty much the same amount of harvesters. They both got their expansions at about the exact same time. MC getting his a little bit later, actually. But I like that move, and he's got a lot of sentries, so if he can get just a few more stalkers, I think it's a little bit... He needs to stay back a little bit. Oh, it looks like he might try and engage. I think, you know, just a few more stalkers or zealots, a little bit more meat is what you need. I mean, you can use force fields and you can use guardian shields, and it's all great and fine and dandy, but you need something to actually deal the damage once you use all those things. And that's why you need the zealots and the stalkers there, and the immortal will help too. That'd be pretty fat, actually. The immortal does lots of damage to these armored marauders, picks them apart pretty quickly. Anyway, and we are seeing the robotics support bay now going up, or the robotics bay, whatever you want to call it, as well, so we can start getting out Colossus. And we're probably going to see Top at that point. Here's the factory, so at that point he can start getting Vikings out to counter that. But it's not set in stone. It's not set in stone. We could see any number of kinds of tech switches. Still producing probes here. Comsat's that location to see what's going on. He's got a lot of units here. Stim is almost finished. He can't go in until Stim is finished. Definitely needs Stim to make an attack like that. But he's just prodding in there, seeing what kind of an army he has, checking the composition of his army, seeing if he needs to change up his own army composition to... Whoa, stop it, mouse. To change things up. He's going to actually kill off this high... the rocks at this high yield. I like that move. He's probably going to try and expand there. Yeah, he's going to expand to that high yield. And right now, I think it's a good idea. He can't really attack into one of these choke points. If he could do something really, really elite and like come around both chokes or something like that, it might work okay. But then he risks splitting up his army artificially on his own instead of just being split up by the force fields. But if he tries to attack into a choke, the force fields are going to come apart, assuming that MC actually casts them properly. Yeah, see, now he's going to switch over and start getting Vikings in anticipation of this there. And let's see. Yeah, okay, he doesn't actually know anything about that. He's just assuming it's going to be Colossus. Actually, he could go for Medivacs again first, yeah. So he's going to go for Medivacs first. And actually, we could see him... No, the Colossus is almost out. First Colossus is almost out. Thermal Lance is almost upgraded as well. So he's pretty much missed his opportunity for a bit of a timing attack. He's just going to go for that third base instead and probably start producing Vikings after these Medivacs. Yeah, so the Vikings are going to start coming out after that. Those two Medivacs. Anyway, he's going to start rallying his forces here, but it looks like MC might not want to wait. Twilight Council is coming in, so he actually might want to wait for a charge before he makes some kind of attack. But this is a good point to attack, though. When this expansion has just gotten up, this is a perfect time to go for an attack, and he's gonna not attack. He sees it with an observer. He sees there's only two Medivacs and no excuse me, whoa. Sorry. And no Vikings. That would have been a perfect time to attack and kill this off before it becomes an orbital. I mean a planetary fortress. He misses his opportunity. Sorry, I need a drink. Inhaled a little saliva there. Nope, no observer there, buddy. Anyway, so MC kind of missing his chance there, unfortunately. Does not get that chance to dive in there and kill off that base. Now it's a planetary fortress. Now MC's gonna have to get his own expansion and play a longer game because he had a little bit of a timing opportunity there, and it wasn't certain he was going to win that battle, so that's why it's not too horrible that he decided not to. But oh no, oh, the Colossus out in the open. Oh, he might pick one off. Vikings falling back wisely, but almost picks off that Colossus there. It's got to be very, very careful with these Vikings out now. And more Vikings being produced. Psystorm is being upgraded, though. He's already got his Templar Archives up. He's got Charge upgrading as well. So this would actually be a good time for Top to attack. He's got a superior army. He's got superior attack, and it would be, he can, well, I don't know if I want to say superior. He's got a lot of Vikings in there. It might not be enough to kill off these Colossus fast enough for it to really matter. But basically, if he could get in there before Charge and Psystorm is upgraded, then he's golden. And he's not going to do that. He's going to camp back here instead and try and get more forces going. And you know what? I can't disagree with that move too much. Actually, here he is going for a little bit of a push. It's going to be a little bit too, well, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. If he delays at all, there's going to be Psystorm and Charge. And there's a Templar warping in right now. Not going to have the energy for a Psystorm yet, but there he goes. He comsats. He sees exactly what's there. It's up to him to decide if he can take it or not. He's going to try and run around the side and try and hit those Colossus when they're not looking, but the Stalkers are all over that. They're not going to have anything of it. But now he's pretty much contained MC. He's pretty much contained MC, so MC can't take his high yield expansion, which is what he really needs to do. I almost said wanted to do, but needs to do. Look at, oh, nice little Psystorm there, pretty decent. Gets the Psystorm off, softens up a lot of the units, spends a lot of that energy. There's only 2 medevacs. Each medevac has a lot of energy, but there's only a couple of them. And actually, you know what would have been a better choice? Would be to feedback both of those medevacs. That would have been a better choice, I think. Only 50. Yeah, if he'd waited for, he had the energy for 2 feedbacks. That would have been really nice. He would have popped those medevacs because they had more than 150 energy at the time. Instead, choosing to just kind of soften up that army, try and get those medevacs spending that energy instead, and just trying to be careful not to lose his Colossus. Actually, but there's nothing over here to keep those Vikings from going in there if they wanted to. Anyway, huge army here, though. Ghosts are in the mix. If you can get on some EMPs on those Templar and the sentries. Here we go. Oh, EMP. Nice. Uses an EMP on that one Templar. Psystorm on the group of bio units, though. This is a back and forth. Oh, what's he gonna do? Oh, is he gonna get EMP'd? Oh, EMP and Storm on the Ghost, but he just barely hits one of those Ghosts, though. Gonna make an Archon in the middle here, and look at this, setting a few units down the side here to attack this base that's trying to get up here. He's gonna send his whole army back down. His whole army down to deal with these 4 Marauders, losing all position. Vikings sensing an opportunity, trying to go in there, but the Stalkers again. MC is being really good about keeping his Stalkers in a position where they can protect those. Well, maybe not actually, because now the Colossus are going over here and the Stalkers are all in the front getting EMP'd. And whoa, tons of Marauders stimming and running in. There's nothing to stop them. The Colossus are all over on the side. He's actually going to run part of his army back now, actually, to try and take this middle. He's going to try and EMP those Archons. Vikings coming in from the back. The Stalkers are completely out of position. There's nothing to stop these Vikings from destroying, obliterating the Colossus very quickly, but it doesn't even matter. Tons of Vikings, but not enough ground units. I have no idea what happened to all those Marauders there. He had a crap ton of Marauders there, and where did they go? He can fall back to this planetary, though, and oh, nicely done. Going over here, he's going to, well, actually not that nicely done. Loses a few Vikings. Actually, that was not worth it. Well, I don't know how many kills these guys have. It doesn't look like they have many kills, so I don't think it was worth it. Anyway, Top still has the advantage, though. He still has the macro advantage. He's got a high yield. And he's got a 4th base that he's about to get up as well, as soon as he transfers some SCVs to the wrong base. Anyway, but MC does have a better army right now, so he kind of needs to stay back. Look at all these Ghosts. Wow. Whoa, EMP not really doing much. There's a good EMP, taking out the Guardian, the Hardened Shield on the Immortal, taking out the energy on one of those Templar, and it is just a dangerous game of cat and mouse between Ghosts and Templar, trying to storm and trying to feedback. If you can feedback the Ghosts, you can often pop the Ghost that way, and here comes, take out that pylon. Please take out that pylon. There we go. Take it out. There we go. Pylon's going to go down. He's going to drop some forces in the back as well. 4 warp gates go down very quickly. This is looking really, really bad for MC, and he's bringing back his reinforcements, but he's not bringing back his whole army. Blinks in and runs out. Very strange positioning there. He's going to go after the main army in the meantime, though. If he can get some good storms off, he might be able to take the long game. Oh, no! Everything gets EMP'd! Everything gets EMP'd! There's no storms. It doesn't matter, though. All the charge lots don't even care. When I say everything, I didn't mean the sentries, obviously. So many force fields going down, blocking those guys in place. So now, huge, major army. Actually, I guess he missed the Archons too, but I think he got most of the Templar because we didn't see any storms or anything there. Wow, no warp gates are functional right now. Just, well, I mean, just these two, obviously. Oh, ow! Now it's no warp gates right now at all. He's going to try and run back his main army to try and deal with this. Try and clean up his main instead of counterattacking. I think that's a wise move. He'd just be able to, he wouldn't be able to kill everything fast enough, and he's going to be able to get a few warp gates back online pretty quickly here. He's got a lot of money getting stored up here. Oh man, those guys just got owned. But in the meantime, his reinforcements coming in to take out this Nexus. EMPs it. Beautiful move. EMPs the Nexus, I think. I missed it there, but I think that's what happened. And he's going to lose that base. And now just glance down at the minimap, if you will, and see 1, 2, 3, soon to be 4 mining bases for top, and just way oversaturated secondary for MC. So it's pretty much 3 times, at least 3 times the mining going on. Probably 4 for top right now. So at this point, he's just going to be able to macro the crap out of him. Even though he does have a pretty good army composition, it's just not quite going to be enough. Yeah, I don't see there's any way back. So what it seems like is that this was actually a best of 7, and I apologize for calling it a best of 5, but it looks like it was actually a best of 7. And another drop going down in the back here. Isn't going to do quite as much, but again, just being harassment. I guess this might have been a best of 7, and I guess top's going to win 4-0 instead of 3-0. So, but absolutely ridiculous, though. That is insane. I mean, I would never expect the MC, who played absolutely beautifully in GSL. I never believed that he would get 4-0'd by a top. This is just ridiculous. Continuing to macro out, and look at this. He's just got so much money. He can build all these ghosts. He's at 2-2 upgrades, and maybe that's part of why. Yeah, only +1 weapons on the zealots and everything. So these +2 upgraded bio units are doing so much damage now. EMPs everything again. Still has enough for a couple force fields. It doesn't even matter. He might be able to win this battle, but then the reinforcements are going to come in. And what are these medevacs doing? Okay, they're just going to drop in more stuff. Yeah, so nicely played, very nicely played. But you know, even though he cleans this up, he's got 4 bases to none, almost none. He's almost mined out here. Wow, it's gonna snipe that pylon. Ouch, ouch. No, well, never mind. You can make a reinforce. Anyway, so GG, very, very nicely done by and he should be distance mining with half of these, by the way. Anyway, very nicely done by top. Extremely, extremely well played, and I like that he didn't just go for the kill early on. I kind of thought he should for a minute there, but obviously taking the entire map worked out better for him in the end. So GG. Thanks very much for watching. Again, apologies for mixing up the amount of games and all that, but oh man, I've casted like 10 games today, something like that. 4, 3, 7, 8, 9 games today, and I'm not even done. I'm gonna try and do some Brood War games too, but I might need to take a break. My voice is starting to go. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this stuff. Thanks very much for watching. And look at that. Oh my god. I didn't even realize that. Oh, he had 4 nukes in production as well. That is silly. That's awesome. Alright. It's too bad this game didn't go on a little bit longer. GG. Thanks for watching.